Hello to you all. Last week I made this page and I've seen that a lot of people liked it on the Facebook group from Maremi. So I thought maybe it is a nice idea to make it again and show you how I made this. I had a question what the stamp is on the background, but this is an old book. It's an old book from my mother. She received it from my grandfather. So it is almost, I think, 90 years old. And yeah, it's special for me. And I think she wouldn't mind if I used it for this because she was a crafter too. And yeah, the book is in German language, it's not in Dutch. We are Dutch. But in wartime, my grandfather was ordered from the Germans to work in Germany. And sadly, he died there when my mother was a small child. And so that is why the book is in German. I already made some pages. It's with the summer stories, with the fairies in bloom. And this one isn't finished yet. I don't know why not. And this one is with the rice papers. And this one I made last week. And this also not finished. I don't know what to do with it. And this one I like so much. It's with the summer stories also. And this was the autumn with the fungus with the moss stories. And a winter story. And yeah, I don't know if I can fill it all because this is not, of course, then this will stand out too much. But let me see if I can find a page with where I can work on. Tomorrow I had a page. Which one? Yeah, maybe this one. No, not this one. Santa Claus. Not this one. Yeah. This one is without text. This is with the image. I think I can use this one. It is damaged, but for me it doesn't mind. I start with the background. I want it a little bit less black. So I start with white gesso. Big brush to soften the black ink. And here in the middle I have the tape that you also use for when you are painting, because the whole book is falling apart almost. And I also don't mind the stains, because it is a very old special book to me. My mother died 2.5 years ago, so I took all of her pictures because my brother and sister were not interested, and some old books. And that is nice when you have a lot of old pictures. Zo. Then you see the text, but not too obvious. Okay, let me see. She's here on the right side, but I had cut out some. But what she because she is looking towards the right side, I will now do it on the left side. Completely stupid English. I'll do it on the left side, but I think you know what I mean. I cut out a piece of paper, and I am not a stamper, so I don't have masking tape. I think I will order it because it is easier to work. So I glue it here, and then first I will seal it. Where is my glue stick? Here. So, let me see. Not in the middle, but a little under the middle. And she will be sitting here. So, let me see. I cut out the beautiful girl from Christmas Fairies. And yeah, for the text, I use Whispers of Christmas. I'll put this away. And first, I'm going to seal this with my gesso, with my transparant Amsterdam gesso. Brush, 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 brush. I want a soft one. Yes. So I seal the edges. But when you have masking tape, then you can cut a circle from masking tape and put it on your paper. Zo. Okay, for me, colors are must have be good. It must have been the right color, so that's why I use. I don't have any distress ink in these colors, but I have my Gansai water paints, and I will make a background with that. This small bag. I did this the way I am putting the color on the page. I did this in a previous video. I think that's a little bit too big. You can also put spray on the plastic for the right effect, but I didn't have red and green in sprays. I take ivy green and vermilion. from these paints. Spray a little. And then twist it a little around. And that is dry. And for security reasons, I put this on it. And then I'll make a matching color background. Little water. So, and then I'll take the red one. The red one is very red, but because there is still a little green on my brush, it is a nice color. So. And this way you can build up the colors. Still can be some more color on the page. Small. When you have the small dots, you can let it fade away a little when you put the small dots over there. And now I think it is too red, and so I add some green. I'll take another for my green. Some water. So you can also do this with distress oxide of distress inks, and you put a little ink on the plastic and with some water. Not too much water, because then it will drip on your page, and it should be on the paper where you want it and not where it's going. So, maybe a little more green here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think the color is good. Like this. So this will be the idea. Okay, then I will dry my page. There. And then I'm trying to transport some of the inks to the, still some ink on my, to the edges. It's not that white. I don't want the whole thing to be green. I put some red on it. That's very vibrant. Some water. Take some green. Okay. I don't like this piece. I'm trying to fix it with a little water. And it looks more. So. I think it is dry. want to add some circles. And then I'll take the colors. Yeah, but I do. Let me see. No, that's not a good color. That's too olive. Red berry and yeah, this is the color I was looking for. Hint of pesto and red brick. I don't have these colors in distress ink, so normally I would use distress ink, but now I am using this one. Let me see, red, and green. I need to order more. And because it's a kind of childish, because it's a child, I'll do the dots for the, yeah, okay, and how do I explain it? So it's a little bit cheerful. A few dots here. And then here, the small ones. A few small ones here. And it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yeah, I think that's enough for the red. And then we take the green and I put the right lid on the and I didn't like this part, so I'm trying to kind of hide it with bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Maybe a few here. This is kind of browny green. Maybe you don't see it, but that gives also a kind of vintage vibe. I think I have to clean my stencil. It is dirty. Some bubbles here. And some a little bit floating. Yeah, I think that's enough. Maybe a few little ones here. Not too obvious. And here. It's like fading away. Dib. So, I think that's enough. What shall I do next? Or what did I do next? First, I'm going to make the circle a little stand out. This one is Warm Gray from Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer Aquarel Pencil. I want to, let me see, fade it a little. So, then the girl. I think the white is gone. Yeah. And then you can glue her. Where is she watching it? She'll hang something there, so she's watching towards something. Make the, because of the water, the water paint reacted. I think I'll leave it this way without the water. So, and then for the shading, the transparent gesso. Of course, I will do white splashes, but I don't know if this reacts with the white, so I will do some gesso on the but then I'll don't do it with the brush, but add it like this, then you do not carry the paint over the page. So let me see. I don't know. Did I stamp on it? Or did I not? What is it? What is it? Yeah, I did stamp on it. I did. And this is the small text stamp from Studio Lights, and with some black inks. You do it a little at random. Not too black. It gives it different vibe with a stamp. So. Now I'm going to do the shading. Not ink black. I think I take the same as the sepia, dark sepia, Faber-Castell. Sepia is always good. It look a little bit like it's dirty. So. And then we can do the splatters, the splashes, the drops of snow from Kuritake. Or you use white acrylic paint, which you mix with some water, or white gesso mixed with some water. You also can make white splashes. But this one is truly white, really white. I think that's enough. And then I will alter the page more. And then I have frayed bulb. Let's say it's a little towards the end. I think my inks from frayed burlap. And then it gives it a little bit more kind of vintage feel. To make the paper dirty. And it is already dirty old paper. I hope my mother is watching because she likes Christmas. She was a child with Christmas. And I miss her with Christmas. That is always terrible when you lose someone. I always thought it was a cliche when you miss someone with the over festive days, but yeah, that is true. Although you have your own family, you miss the family you once was, I think. But then you cry and then it's okay. It is life. So you can see that it looks more dirty. And then of course I will do, where is the big one? No, it's the wrong one. Still, I have everything organized, but I still cannot find it. But let me see what this one is. No, it's too thick. Ah, this is 0.5 liner. Bzzz. And where is the text? Where did I leave the text? My text is gone. Ah. And then you put the text where you want it to be. Seasonal greetings. And then I will add a darker color around. Make it look a little bit dirty. So, and then I think it is finished. I could hang here a ball. Maybe I will do it later. But for now, I'll stop with it. Otherwise, it's a long video. So, yeah, maybe you want to try it too. This one was the first one. Ah, I forget something. The finishing touch. How can I forget the finishing touch? The eyes. This is a white jelly roll Sakura pen. Careful with the hair. Small buttons. Globe. Let me see, what can I do more? Here's the hair. Little more life to it. Maybe you don't see it on the film, but it is a little bit more white, a little bit more alive. And then a very small line. And the seasonal greetings. So, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, you liked it, and maybe you want to try also something like this. So now you saw how I have done that. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.